Ohun tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú igbó jẹ́ ìgbéjáde nípa ìlòfin tòótọ́. A máa ń ṣe ìjíròrò nípa ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tí ó máa ń sábà ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ìwà ipá. Ìmọ̀ràn àkíyèsí ni èyí jẹ́ fún olùtẹ́tísí. What Happens in the Woods is a true crime podcast. We discuss events that are often violent in nature. Listeners' discretion is advised.
Welcome to WTF Wednesday, half an hour of true crime stories. It's the finest in fuckery. Now here is your host, Jess, with true crime stories that'll make you say, what the fuck?
Every time. The smile on your face.
Yes.
Hello. We are back with more WTF Wednesday, the shenanigans.
Shenanigans edition.
We had a fun week. No, we didn't have a fun week.
Yes. Yes, we had fun.
What did we have fun doing?
Yes.
Oh my God. So we went on a camping trip.
Oh, yeah. We went in the woods.
Yeah, we went in the woods. Just as we always tell you guys not to do, we completely disregarded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did manage to stay alive, though.
We did.
It's fine. Everybody's safe. Everybody's fine. Yeah. I will post some pictures maybe on the Instagram. I'll be honest, we didn't have any service. So we really didn't have our phones out, which was actually kind of nice.
It was very nice.
Yeah, just kind of relaxed and everybody we would have talked to was there, really. So didn't have to contact anybody. It was good. Do you have any updates?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We went camping.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, not really. Nigeria. It's crazy. Nigeria is actually in the lead. Hello,
Nigeria.
Hello, Nigeria.
It still blows my mind. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other updates?
No, that's all I have.
That's all you have?
That's all I got.
You're not going to mention that we hit 15,000 downloads?
No, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't?
We hit 15,002.
Those two people.
Yep. Thank you.
You're the
people.
fucking heroes.
That's right.
Anything else?
No.
Try
to announce it the right way. Yeah. We hit 15,000 downloads. 15.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We hit 15,000.
Yay. All right. That's it?
That's it.
Okay. We are starting off this week's episode with an international story. So recently, Addie Timmermans made headlines across the world after she was reportedly banned from visiting the chimpanzee section of the zoo in Antwerp, Belgium. Can you guess what for?
No.
Do you want to guess what for?
Did she throw poop back?
No.
I would have.
No, I don't think that I don't know. I think that was just our special zoo in Eureka. I've never heard of that anyplace else.
You already messed this up.
What? What did I mess up?
Was that your first story?
Yeah, why?
We're professionals, damn it.
How did I mess this up?
Because you're like, you should have been like.
No, sir. I handle the what the fucks. You handle the tech.
All right, I'll do it.
Wow. Over there fucking playing with your sound effects. You weren't even paying attention
I was.
to the sound effect that you actually were supposed to be doing.
That's
were you?
Because
Super genius!
that's what I am. Don't you forget it.
All right. Can I continue?
A few moments later.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. right. So apparently Addie was in a, quote, relationship, and that's using her words. She was having, quote, an affair with one of the chimpanzees in particular named Cheetah. And Cheetah had been at the zoo at this point for about 30 years. He was brought into the zoo after people who privately owned him were having problems with his behavior. So he was about 8 years old and had been like a pet, basically. And they were like, well, we just can't handle him anymore. Obviously, you dumb fucks, because you're not supposed to have a chimpanzee.
No.
If you don't know what you're doing, do not have wild animals.
Yeah.
So at the time of this story, he's 38 years old. From what the representatives at the zoo state, Cheetah has ongoing issues integrating with the other primates in the enclosure. They report that he's often isolated, and there have actually been some fights where he was injured because the other chimpanzees don't recognize him, essentially. He has spent so much time with people that he isolates himself from the other chimpanzees, basically.
So he has no chimpanzee social skills.
Right.
Okay.
So it's really harmful to him, not only physically, but, mentally. So could imagine the zoo is hyper-focused on ensuring that his safety and health are first and foremost.
Yeah.
So then along comes this woman who, for the past 4 years, she's become emotionally attached to him. And it's began to create, a lot of issues. The two of them were so closely attached that after the zoo closed every day, Cheetah would spend a considerable amount of the 15 hours until opening in isolation from the group because they wanted nothing to do with him.
Okay.
Yeah. So when Addie would make regular weekly trips to visit Cheetah, and the two make kissy faces, blue kisses, she would get right up to the glass.
Yeah.
And they would, kiss through the glass. He would spend his time engaging with her, not with the other chimpanzees, all throughout the day. So there's video, and she's taking pictures and she's posted stuff. She's just spending her day there. Basically, monopolizing the attention of the chimpanzee. Why are you there?
Yeah.
Get a fucking job, get a life, have some interaction outside of this. Is really sad. So according to her statements with news outlets and interviews that she's given, she's in love with Cheetah. And she says, I haven't got anything else. Why do they want to take this away from me? She is oblivious. It's really just what the fuck. She's completely oblivious.
Wow.
What is wrong with you? So now all the news reports lead with stating that Addie was banned. However, the Antwerp Zoo has stated that she's not been banned. It's not that they've told her she can't be there. She simply asked not to focus her attentions on Cheetah if she visits the zoo. You should have banned her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. There are videos that you can see where she's given interviews. You can, she is really trying to make out with this cheetah or chimpanzee through the glass. I don't get it. And I don't understand why the zoo is not banning her. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So make of this what you will. It's too much for me. Get a cat, get a dog. But then again, I don't know that she should have an animal. Maybe. No. I don't know. Just leave the wild animals alone. Leave them alone.
I'm so speechless.
Yeah, I don't. And it may not have translated well in English. She's claiming that they have an affair. That may not translate from.
Oh no, that translates. That translates. You're sucking face with the glass. If there were no glass there, I'm scared to know what would happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Serious.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. All right, we're going to move on to this week's Florida Fuckery. And this is a 2-4. We got a 2-parter.
For Florida.
Yeah. So, of course, with COVID-19 and the shutdown and everything, people really miss their like theme parks, Disney World, Disneyland, all of that. I don't know. I don't think I was going to say Knott's Berry Farm, but I don't think anybody even goes there anymore.
I don't know that it's open.
Really? Maybe not. It may have closed. I don't know. There's, what do they call it? They don't even call it Great America anymore. What's it called?
I don't remember. It's Six Flags.
Six Flags, that's right.
They bought them out.
Yeah. I mean, Disney isn't the only theme park. It's just the one that most people think about.
Yeah.
And
that's because it's awesome.
Yeah, is it?
It is awesome.
Okay. I mean, I guess you enjoyed yourself when we went. Where's Harry Potter?
It's at Universal.
Universal, that's what yeah. So
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like, I think Universal's like the lower.
I only want to go for Harry Potter.
Yeah, I know.
I really only want to go for that. That is that would be awesome. But, such as it is, I'm not trying to get COVID. Anyways. All right, so they closed Disneyland, Disney World. They closed all those places pretty early on in the shutdown last year. But there were some people who went to very extreme measures to get into the parks. So, there were people who broke in. Of course, they had to beef up their security in a lot of places. Then there's this guy, 42-year-old Richard McGuire from Alabama. He was caught camping at Walt Disney World's Discovery Island.
Why not?
Right.
Nobody else is there.
No, just the alligators. It's fine. Discovery Island actually has been closed. Uh-huh. What is that? The more you know, the more you grow? What the fuck?
Sorry, wrong button.
You what?
I'm going to need you to not touch that anymore. I don't know what's happening. So Discovery Island has been closed since 1999 in Florida, in Walt Disney World. It used to be like an open attraction where Disney World guests could go. You had to pay extra, but you would get on a boat.
Yeah.
Go to this island, small island. It's like 11 miles. And you could see like animals. They had different like wild animals and enclosures. And
why was it shut down?
So there's conspiracy shit on that. Some people say that Disney was losing money on it, so they decided to shut it down. They also were in trouble with like PETA. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's called PETA anymore. Maybe it is. The group that goes and they dump paint on people wearing fur coats and shit like that. I don't want to say that sounds horrible. They're a good organization, but they go to extreme measures or have in the past. I don't know that they do that anymore. But, they really do fight. They try to fight the good fight for animals who can't speak for themselves. Yeah. I guess there was some legal trouble with PETA because Disney wasn't necessarily taking care of the animals correctly that they had in captivity. Which I'm not surprised in, like the 70s and 80s and early 90s. I'm not surprised by that whatsoever because that was still a time period where humans thought, who cares what animals go through or what we do to animals? Nobody cares. Yeah.
It was a different time.
It was a different time. There's a lot of uneducation that was going on in that time period. But yeah, there's also like theories that they have like a secret thing going on there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why they've told like even executives for Disney can't go there. Like it's really off limits. There's just all these weird conspiracy theories about it. Sure. And you literally can see it from Walt Disney World. Like if you look it up, the island is not far. Like the boat ride would probably take 10 minutes to get there easily. It's super close. So you could still see this island. Like if you're walking around, it's in the bay. It's actually in the same bay where a couple of years ago, that little girl or was it a little boy, a child, was eaten by an alligator.
Oh, just dragged away by an alligator.
Yeah, it's in that same bay. Like and I'm not recommending anybody go watch that footage, but you could see the island in the background of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this guy decides he's going to go. He's going to camp out. So the island is in Bay Lake, Florida, and it is sat pretty much empty, useless for the last 20 years. Mm-hmm. All the wildlife there were moved after its closing to different locations. The buildings have and attractions have just remained. They left weird stuff too. Like it just completely was abandoned. It looks like a ghost town. Mm-hmm. And it's just all sitting in, complete neglect. So McGuire broke into Walt Disney World because to get there, you would have to go through Disney. Found a boat, got to Discovery Island. His plan was to camp out and film this for his YouTube channel. Yeah. He made it about 2 days before authorities, were out there searching for him. They had been told that somebody was seen on the island. Shouldn't ever be anybody on the island. Yeah. So sheriff's deputies got on loudspeakers. They're like trying to make contact with him. They're loudly broadcasting, you are not allowed to be on this island. You need to show yourself. You're trespassing. They're clearly stating, dude, what are you doing? And they get in their boats. They're, going over to the island. They use a helicopter and they're using foot patrol to go through this island and find this guy. When he gets caught, McGuire claims that he has no idea he was trespassing or that he shouldn't be there. He says he never heard them on the loudspeakers and he didn't hear the helicopter, didn't hear the people like yelling. The sheriffs are going through the grounds. They're yelling for him by, hey, guy, get out. You're not supposed to be here. He didn't hear any of it.
Bruh. Really?
Yeah. He says he was camping out in one of the buildings. And this is how I know he's lying, because those buildings are dilapidated. Most of them don't have ceilings, like roofs. Most of them are like leaning. The vegetation has started to take over significantly. Nature
has reclaimed the island.
Right. So there's no way you were in a building and it's that soundproof that you didn't hear a fucking helicopter. No. You're an idiot. Yeah. So I call BS. For his attempt at becoming YouTube famous, he was charged with trespassing and unposted property. And in June, he was sentenced to be banned from all Disney parks. He was fined $100.
Damn! No, you don't get to go back to Disney. I think that's the hardest.
No Disney's, no Disney anywhere. Not even just Disney World. Yeah. So then, of course, I go down a rabbit hole because I'm looking at this Discovery Island and I'm like, what the fuck is this? That is when I found that just 3 months prior to this, that was March of 2020, a YouTube channel named Strange Places uploaded a video of their hijinks and getting over to the island under the cover of night. Yeah. They plan out the best place to land. They inflate up a kayak. They get over there. They spend the night. They explore the next day. They go all over the island. They're exploring buildings. They found like Disney mementos. They found records and official memos and even like budgets. Yeah. Yeah. They found like some
treasure trove.
Basically. They even found the bar with like the old bar equipment, soda machine, all sorts of shit.
It had everything in there still?
Yeah, it was just abandoned. This place was literally just abandoned. Wow. So they are, referencing Jurassic Park throughout this whole thing. Like the movies, this looks just like Jurassic Park, the last movie that they made. And when they're going through the buildings, it looks like everything's been overgrown. Like it's these two young guys and they're total bros. So these guys are super proud of finding a way on the island and exploring it without being caught. The thing is, I don't know if they had permission or not.
No, they didn't.
But then why would you post this on YouTube and it's still up?
This is for the views.
Right. But are you not worried about getting in trouble?
No.
It doesn't make sense to me.
They don't. They don't worry about it.
Obviously not. Yeah, the video, what's funny is they had maybe like 20,000 views on this video. It really was not like blowing up or anything. The video is still up. I watched it in its entirety. What really pissed people off was not that they were trespassing, but they left their tent behind. They didn't want to break it down and take it with them. And people were like, you're screwing with the footprint.
Yeah.
And that's really disrespectful. Like, if you're going to go and investigate these places that are, reclaimed by nature, places that you're not supposed to be, don't leave shit behind and like basically litter. Yeah. People were overly upset about that, but nobody was like, hey, yeah, that's kind of a crime. Like, nobody cared.
No.
Nobody gave a shit. There's also somebody else that posted in 2018. They got over to the island. Like a group of people.
It just shows that you're never really original.
Yeah, no. Yeah, there's whiteboards that are left up in some of the buildings, and over the years, people that have come over to the island like put their name on there.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. So these two guys actually claimed some responsibility, saying that they think that McGuire went there because he was inspired by their video.
Well, of course. I'm sure that he saw it. How many views did that guy get?
He got a lot more views than they did.
Yeah, and I think they were just trying to at least piggyback on what he had done. If they even got half of what he'd done, you know what I mean? They're
maybe, yeah. I don't know. It's just weird because there are other videos up, and it just kind of, I would be worried that Disney would come and be like, we have your own video evidence of you trespassing.
I mean, they could do that anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. So after all this, Disney obviously beefed up security on the island, but I guess that just is what makes it more fun. Like, the challenge is there.
I guess. And I'm waiting for someone to get on there, even after it's been.
I mean, somebody's going to try. From what I understand, they've added like video surveillance, and they already had like patrols in the water. Boats would go back.
Yeah.
Like, boats would go back and forth.
But I'm sure since it's an abandoned island that they're not really putting too much emphasis on like patrols every hour.
I don't know. Apparently they have like very, very regular patrols, because the guys talk about, those two guys talk about like timing them going over just perfectly. And where they thought they were going to land originally, they couldn't land. There was no beach. There was nothing that they could land on. It's all kind of due to, because, you think about it, storms go through there all the time. So like the landscaping of the island, like the footprint of the island has changed in the last few years. So they couldn't find a place to put their like inflatable kayak that they were doing without it getting all.
Or maybe that was drama they created. I need to be honest.
It could have been.
Like, oh, we can't land there.
Yeah.
We're going to have to change the plan. Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, the video
do?
did look, and the music that they played when they like got to the other side of the island was like this triumphant fucking Hercules. It was.
It is a big step.
It was like, and then the guy was like, dude, 30 minutes ago, I was just exhausted. We were never going to get over here. And now I'm so full of energy. This is just such a good thing. And I was like, you found another dilapidated building. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, kudos to you. You made it over there. I guess you didn't get arrested. I guess that's the point, but whatever. Alrighty, so our next story comes out of our local Seattle area.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So less than a month ago in August, there was an armed robbery in a pharmacy on 156th and Bell Red Road. Mm-hmm. Let me say that again. Bell Red Road in Bellevue, Washington. So these two guys dressed as UPS deliverymen, they enter this pharmacy. They're carrying boxes, presumably for delivery. They look like Amazon boxes.
Yeah.
No one thinks much of it. It's broad daylight. It's like the middle of the day. People are coming and going. This is not a delivery. This is a hold up. The two people entered, proceeded to hold up the employees at gunpoint. Mm-hmm. They used zip ties to restrain them and then searched for any money and drugs they could take. Guess how much in total they made it off with?
I don't know.
It's nothing.
Nothing?
$150.
$150.
Right.
For this whole elaborate scam.
Right. So there is security footage, of course, just at the door. So the pharmacy was one of those pharmacies that doesn't, they make this special like concoctions basically based off of what people need, not just like they're going to fill your order for codeine or something like that, which is what these guys were looking for. They were looking for something that they can make into drugs or, resell at a higher value for like oxycodone or something.
Yeah.
This is one of those pharmacies where like if you have special allergies, they can compound the ingredients to suit what you need based off of that. So they don't carry your normal everyday like pharmaceutical things. These guys obviously did not do their research because they got just a little bit of cash and no narcotic drugs. So the security footage shows them when they enter and, when they leave. More than likely, they were hiding the guns. I think one of the guns was in one of the long boxes.
Yeah.
And then they were planning on shoving things in the boxes and walking out. And of course, they didn't get anything. So thankfully, nobody was injured other than the employees being traumatized, and rightfully so. I can't imagine, somebody, you can hear them on the footage, like the employees, as soon as the guns probably are pulled, you can hear them.
Like screaming.
Yeah.
Or gasping.
Screaming, basically.
Yeah.
Police and the local Crime Stoppers posted the video, and there was a reward of $1,000 for any information leading to the arrest of the two people, presumably men. They weren't sure. They didn't have long to wait. A witness soon came forward who had seen the two UPS drivers leave the pharmacy, but they didn't leave in a UPS truck. They walked up to and drove away in a small red car that looked like one of those beat up like Volkswagen Golfs or something. Like it was a 4-door. I was thinking it was looking like a Ford Fiesta for a minute, but
no.
Yeah, it was funny. So it didn't take long to track down the car to the owner. And from there, they found the two men. One was age 54 and the other 22. Most of the articles that I read would not name the two of them.
I thought that was weird. Because
at all. Like even because this was very recent. I did find one article, and I'm going to link to it, but I just kind of thought it was weird that their names were not mentioned in most of the, like 98% of the articles that I found. So they found the weapons, of course. One was a high-point 9mm rifle, and then there was a BB gun that actually was a pretty convincing-looking pistol. So they didn't even have two weapons, per se. I don't think a BB gun's is it considered a weapon?
No. But
I mean, you could do damage. I'm not saying you couldn't do damage to somebody, but I guess it's a weapon. I don't know, because they could have easily gone in there with a knife, which could go either way too. Oh. I guess I don't know. So as far as I know, the two men are behind bars. They're currently awaiting their like trial or judgment, basically. So when there's an update, we'll get back to that. Our last what the fuck comes from Los Angeles, California, where there are some issues with security at LAX.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So just at the end of August, I don't know what it was about the heat wave maybe in August. I don't know. At the end of August this year, a homeless man was able to get through the fence surrounding the international airport and board a plane.
Really?
Yeah. Cleaning crews on an American Airlines plane were surprised to see Matthew Main, who's age 31, on the plane. They were supposed to be cleaning it, servicing it to get it ready for a new flight.
Yeah.
Here's this dude just chilling, probably, eating some of the peanuts that they don't really give out anymore.
The honey roasted.
The like 5 peanuts in a little pack that you get now. He used something apparently to bend the metal, like of the fence.
Yeah.
Like forward and up so that he could just kind of scoot underneath it. You would think at the airport that they would have a little bit more than just a little chain link fence that somebody can push through.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Sure. The cleaning crew, was able to handle things until security came. The guy got detained before, being arrested and whatever. The plane was investigated. He was found safe. This guy probably just wanted a meal.
Yeah.
Safe place to sleep, maybe. Again, this is a two-for because I went, researching and I was trying to get any more information about it. Just 2 months prior to that, there was a man who crashed his car through the gate on the south side of the airport near where the FedEx terminals are.
Yeah.
And so imagine you're just sitting waiting to board your plane. Most of the terminals have a lot of windows that you can see out.
Yeah.
You're sitting there and you're just watching the planes come and go. And imagine you're just looking out at these huge windows, watching planes land, take off, when a Mazda hightails it right by you and just speeds off down the runway.
What the hell?
Are you serious?
Yeah, he
just busted through the
started
gate.
he started joyriding. He's like, I'm gonna drive it like it's hot, and I'm gonna go to the airport. So he's just joyriding around the landing strips on the FedEx side. So he crashed the gate at FedEx, like
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah.
basically. He crashed that gate. There's a security guard posted right there. Mm-hmm. He went right through there. No fucks given. Then he sped onto the tarmac to play Indy 500 with the planes and the original, like at some point the cops show up, the sheriff show up, and they're just driving around like a fucking Benny Hill speed chase.
Just driving in circles.
What is wrong with you? God.
Just chasing them around the airport.
Chasing them around the airport tarmac, yeah.
Okay.
So traffic was diverted. You can listen to some of the planes as they're being told, like, hey, you can't land here. We're gonna put you someplace else. And they're like, what's the problem? And there's just this woman. Well, there's a car on the tarmac. And she just says it so matter-of-factly. She's just like, well, there's a car.
And her air traffic controller voice.
Yeah, and they're like, what's the problem? Why can't we land there? Well, there's a car on the tarmac. I'm like, okay, what have you seen in your lifetime that you're just like, well, there's a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's being dealt with. It's being handled currently. There's a car. So he's eventually taken into, they eventually get him to stop the car, and he's surrounded by security, sheriffs. Everybody's probably done with his shit. Yeah. Basically, they're like, this Tuesday afternoon or whatever day was, I ain't got time for this shit. Get the fuck out the car. I'm gonna arrest you.
Yeah. Just drives out there.
Yeah. So Antonio Ancalabello was forced to pull over. He is being held on charges of trespassing, vandalism, and grand theft auto. Because, yes, he stole that car.
Of course he did.
And went on the ride of his life to the airport. Yeah. In both cases, LAX security maintains that their system in place did not fail, but was actually doing what it was supposed to do. Because the cameras and alarm triggers and the chain link fences are all part of a system. And even if it looked like one thing failed, the others are working hard to make sure that the airport remains secure. That's a good way to spin that.
And now you know.
Now you know.
LAX is very secure.
I mean, both times they caught the people. And I'm sure that there was another guy at the John Wayne Airport that's not far away from there.
Yeah.
They sheriffs had to come and pull him out of the ceiling. He was trying to hide up in the ceiling. In the, those panels in the ceiling.
Really?
For whatever fucking reason, he decided he was just going to hang out at the airport. So sheriff got called and had to literally pull him out of the ceiling. That was around the same time as this. I'm just saying they must be doing the serious drugs right now in LA.
Maybe, but you know what I mean? It's just like it's that serious thing where that guy in Seattle took the airplane. Remember that? Like right when we moved here, there's a guy that took off from SeaTac and he always wanted to fly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You would think they'd take that a little bit more serious.
I mean, you would. I don't know. Yeah. I guess the airports, because there's so many people that come and go, they're just ripe for fuckery.
Oh, of course.
I mean, you know, people want to fuck around with the planes, and I don't know. Traveling is very stressful.
Yeah.
But they're I mean, with TSA and everything since 9/11, nobody's fucking around with you.
No.
You conform while you're at the airport. There's no fuckery.
No, there isn't.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to get where you're going, you just shut the fuck up and you get on that plane.
That's
and
right.
you do what you're told.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. And that's it. We're done for now. Are you sad
done.
you don't get to you're done with your toy? Oh my God.
Yeah.
We will return next week with more fuckery and stories to share. Until then, make sure to catch up on any old episodes you might have missed. Don't forget to send us your strange local true crime related stories because we want to hear them. We are here for all this what the fuckery.
Yes.
Merch is up on the website at whitwpodcast.com and check that out. But as always, I want to say be kind to one another and stay out of the woods.
Except for when you go camping.
Except for when you go camping. Bye, guys.
Bye.